Most people think saving 80% of your income means living in misery, cold showers, no fun, instant noodles every night. But I've found a smarter way. I live well, enjoy life, and still manage to save almost everything I earn. This isn't extreme budgeting. It's stealth wealth in action. Frugal living, without the sacrifice. This isn't some boring budget talk or extreme penny pinching. It's about being more aware of how money flows in and out of your life. I've built a system that works quietly in the background while I focus on living. In this video, I'll show you how I did it without making a ton of money and without giving up everything. These are fresh ideas, made for today's world. If you've ever wondered how to live better while spending less, this is for you. 1. From overspender to oversaver. Just a few years ago, I was terrible with money. I earned a good salary, but by the end of every month, I had nothing left. I bought things I didn't need just to feel better: clothes, gadgets, food delivery almost every night. I thought more money would fix my problems, but it didn't. Then, the pandemic hit. Suddenly, I was stuck at home. No restaurants, no vacations, no shopping trips. For the first time, I saw how little I really needed to be okay. That's when it clicked. I wasn't broke because I didn't earn enough. I was broke because I spent without thinking. So, I made a change. I started tracking every dollar I spent using a free Notion template. I wrote down what I bought, why I bought it, and how it made me feel. It was eye-opening. Next, I set up my bank to automatically move 80% of my paycheck into savings the day I got paid. No thinking, no stress. It felt strange at first, but it worked. I didn't become a saver overnight. I learned it, and if I can do it, trust me, you can too. What started as a forced pause turned into a complete mindset reset and a path to real financial freedom. Downsizing wasn't sacrifice. It was clarity, a way out of lifestyle inflation and into something better. Number 2, the mindset shift. It's not sacrifice, it's strategy. Most people think saving money means giving things up. They picture cold showers, no fun, and eating rice every day. But that's not how I do it. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I just spend differently on purpose. I call it selective splurging. This means choosing 1 or 2 things I really enjoy and spending freely on those. For me, it's good coffee and weekend trips. I cut back on the things I don't care about, like new phones or takeout. I still live well, but I only spend on what matters to me. I also made one big change online. I removed all money traps. I stopped following influencers who made me want things I didn't need. I blocked shopping ads. I limited how much time I spent scrolling. This helped me think clearly and avoid impulse buying. Saving doesn't mean suffering. It means knowing what you want and ignoring the rest. I learned to ask myself one simple question before buying anything. Will this still matter to me next week? If the answer is no, I don't spend the money. That small shift in thinking changed everything. It wasn't sacrifice, it was strategy. This mindset shift didn't just save me money, it gave me control. And once I felt that freedom, I never wanted to go back. Number 3, the income hack. I don't budget, I automate. Here's a secret. I don't sit down with a monthly budget. No spreadsheets. No long money plans. I found something easier, and it works better. I use automation. The moment my paycheck arrives, 80% of it is moved automatically into different savings and investment accounts. I never even see that money in my main bank account, so I'm not tempted to spend it. I only keep the 20% that I'm allowed to use for daily life, like food, transport, and small treats. This trick is called paying yourself first. Most people save what's left after spending. I do the opposite. I spend what's left after saving. I use money apps like Monarch and Qapital to move the money around for me. These apps also help me split my savings into goals. 1 for emergencies, 1 for travel, 1 for future investing. I don't need willpower to save because the system does the hard work for me. And the best part? I don't feel restricted. I can enjoy spending the 20% guilt-free because I already know I'm saving smart. This no-budget system works better than any spreadsheet ever did, and it's why I can live on just 20% of my income. Number 4, investing like a future millionaire, but quietly. My approach? Stealth wealth. No flashy car, no Rolex. Just quiet investing, slow and steady, like the real millionaires do. Every month, most of my savings go into simple investments. I don't chase risky things like meme stocks or random crypto coins. Instead, I stick to strong, steady options like ETFs, exchange-traded funds, REITs, real estate funds, and U.S. Treasury bonds. These are boring, but they work. I use apps like Fidelity, where I can buy small pieces of big investments, even with just $10. This is called fractional investing. It lets me grow my money over time, even if I start small. My goal isn't to retire early and disappear. I follow something called FIRE 2.0, which means having the freedom to work when I want, not because I have to. That freedom starts by saving and investing while you're young. I also believe in stealth wealth. That means I don't show off. Most people have no idea how much I've saved, and that's the point. True wealth is quiet. It's not about what you wear or drive. It's about choices, peace of mind, and building a future you control. Number 5. I hacked my lifestyle with tech. I call it digital frugality. Using smart apps to save big, without cutting joy. I use apps and websites to help me spend less without feeling like I'm missing out. One of my favorite tricks? I use ChatGPT to plan meals based on what's already in my fridge. That way, I waste less food and spend less at the store. It's smart, simple, and kind of fun. I call this style digital saving. Instead of using more willpower, I use better tools. The truth is, tech can make your life easier and cheaper if you use it the right way. You don't have to work harder to save money. Sometimes, you just need to work smarter with the help of a few good apps. Number 6. Living rich broke. Renting a room instead of ego. Most people try to look rich. I try to stay rich. I live in a shared house with 3 roommates. I rent one room in a nice area instead of paying a lot for my own apartment. It's not fancy, but it's clean, safe, and cheap. This choice alone saves me thousands every year. I also don't own a car. I bike, walk, or use public transport. No car payments. No gas. No insurance headaches. Some people think that means I'm broke. But really, I'm just not wasting money to impress anyone. I call this style of living rich broke. I look simple on the outside, but I'm building wealth quietly in the background. This downsizing mindset has been my secret weapon. I live simply, save aggressively, and build quietly. I buy secondhand clothes. I cook most of my meals. I don't chase the newest phone or trend. Instead, I spend money on things that matter to me, not to social media. To save 80% of your income, you have to be okay not showing off. That's the hard part for many people. But if you stop trying to look rich and start living smart, you'll be ahead of most. The goal isn't to look wealthy. The goal is to be free. Most people think they need to make more money to save more. But that's not true. The real problem is lifestyle inflation, spending more as you earn more. People also believe saving means giving up fun. But saving isn't about cutting joy, it's about cutting waste. The truth is, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. You don't need a big paycheck, you need better habits. If you always wait to earn more before you start saving, you'll never start. Start with what you have. Control your spending now, and you won't need to chase raises forever. Number 7. The invisible flex, how I still enjoy life. You might think saving 80% means I live a boring life, but that's far from true. I still enjoy life, just in a smarter way. I use value stacking, slow frugal living habits, and digital tools to build what I call invisible wealth. I travel, but I do it during off-seasons when flights and hotels are cheaper. I use apps like Skiplagged and collect points with credit card rewards. This way, I spend less but still see the world. Instead of buying expensive things, I spend on experiences, like online courses, cooking classes, or learning a new language. These give me memories and skills, not clutter. I also look for value stacking. For example, my gym membership includes free yoga, a co-working space, and even discounts at local cafes. One payment, many benefits. I don't need to post it online or show it off. My life feels rich because it's full of things I truly enjoy, not things I bought to impress people. That's my invisible flex. To me, being rich isn't about owning a big house or driving a fancy car. It's about having peace of mind, time freedom, and no money stress. I don't save 80% of my income to be cheap. I do it to stay free. Free from debt, free from pressure, free to choose how I live. You don't need to show off to win with money. Want to feel rich without spending like it? This is how. If you want financial independence without burnout, start with one thing: Live below your means. That's the invisible flex most millionaires already mastered. Like and subscribe for more smart money moves, and let's make rich money the quiet way.